day. Just a quick baby update on this guy. He's doing really well. He's happy. He's hanging out all the time. He's getting really good at supporting himself. He had his 4-month shots, I think, last week or something like that. And even though he's not sleeping nearly as much as he's supposed to be, Liz, I guess, got like a 2-hour lecture from our pediatricians about how we should be putting him to bed at 7 and then making sure he sleeps until like 7 a.m. the next day. I am curious how successful most parents are with something like that with a 4-month-old, but you know, I'm sure it's possible. The thing is, he just doesn't sleep that much. Like, he kind of sleep nurses and he'll take like little tiny short naps, but the longest I think he has ever slept in a row is probably 7 hours. So getting up to 12 hours, that's quite a bit. And also, you know, if he goes to bed at 7, then I won't see him when I get home, so that's kind of tricky. But just in terms of like pure happiness, I think he's doing really well. You know, all the different ways we're stimulating him with books and piano and music and playing games and doing tummy time to work on his crawling and flying around. He's having a lot of fun. I also spend a lot of time these days showing himself in the mirror, which he seems really fascinated by. I'm really curious what's going on inside his head when he's looking at himself. And if he thinks it's another baby, or if he thinks it's another person, or if he doesn't know what it is, or if I don't think there's much of a chance that he recognizes it as himself, but he sure is fascinated by it, so that's really cool. What else? He's still really great in front of strangers. Oh, and I'll get to this in Star Wars, which I guess will happen next, but Liz and I left him alone for the first time for, you know, a few hours, because we went to see Star Wars, because Liz's sister and her husband Brandon were up, and they were like, oh yeah, you guys can go see Star Wars, we'll babysit him for a couple hours. So yeah, we had a bottle for him ready, and just all sorts of like emergency protocols, and then we left for a couple hours and came back, and surprise, he was fine. It was great. And yeah, he just does so well hanging out with other people, and he's so social and smiley and happy. Right now he's very hiccupy, but he's really a joy, and I just, I hope to see him start to sleep more regularly. He's still a little bit low on the average like length scale. His weight's good, but he's still like in the lower 10 percentile for length. So I think that probably has to do with sleeping. He should sleep more, and then maybe he'll grow more. But he's so interested in the world around him, and he just wants to play games and hang out and have fun and walk around. Usually the only times he's crying these days is if he has a really messy diaper. He actually doesn't cry that much if all he did is like pee or something like that, which is, I don't know if that's good. Like, it's nice when he alerts us that he needs like a diaper change, but also the only other time he really cries is if he's just sitting still for too long, like if he's bored. He really likes to be, you know, active and doing things. So baby stuff going well. Yeah, I'm having a ton of fun being a dad. Mwah! Yay! Mwah!